Affinity Xtra, be extra.
This is Affinity Xtra.
Yo, hey beautiful people, welcome to 7 Sharp on a Sunday. I am your presenter, Philly, and I will be with you for the next hour, and I'll be back each and every Sunday at the exact same time, 7 p.m. sharp. Welcome, thank you for joining me. I've got some goodies for you today. I've got some gospel drill, some gospel R&B, and I've also got Dear Felicity. Dear Felicity is a segment of the show where you, the listener, you write into us with your problem. My trusted friend Pellin reads out the problem, and then I give my advice, what I think you should do. If you'd like to get involved with Dear Felicity for the weeks to come, please do just send a message via Instagram. If you've got Instagram, you can just DM me at Philly Sahib or Affinity Xtra, or you can Twitter me. No, you can DM me on Twitter if it's easier. If you don't want me to know it's you, you can send an anonymous message from your burner account. You know you've got one, the one you use to spy on people. Use that one. Send me a message, and I will read out your problem and give my advice, depending on what the problem is. Like, there are limits. But yes, I'm here and I'm excited. We've got a really good show for you today. I'm going to be starting off the show with some music. We're going to go into Dear Felicity, and then we've got Gospel Karaoke TV's Song of the Week. If you are an artist and you'd like to submit your song, please do message again on Instagram, DM or email gospelkaraokeldn@gmail.com. Starting off the show for you, we've got a beautiful song remix by the one and only Still Shady. Now, Still Shady, we've heard, has just proposed. So congratulations to you and your missus. This is Still Shady, Heaven, the drill mix.
All the money, the fame, respect, and the power, but you know it ain't heaven. See my grandma resting, I got so many questions, I probably see heaven. Give me the money, but you can't give me heaven. You know that I go when I'm trying to see heaven. I ain't Catholic, but I grew up doing our fathers who arts in heaven. Got a cross for a pendant, but trust me, this white gold ain't enough to go heaven. In this place I was raised, it was more like hell and less like heaven. Only got one life, I've been looking in the sky like, no, let me see heaven. See my young boy stressing, I check him, I got him in this life and I got him in heaven. I know a man doing life for a sentence, he made his peace, he can still go heaven. I'm sorry babe, I'm not angel, but I know a God that made you in heaven. So don't let none of the man them gash you, these are earthly treasures. If you're breathing, you got destiny. God's plan, what'll be, will be. Second leg of a legacy. Earth can touch me heavenly. Tank full, heard a tank on E. Zanflow got a rock with me. They say pain is temporary, but this is the remix. Can't wait to go heaven. Yeah. I just want to open the world, say heaven. Yeah. I know my worst days, let's keep them on heaven. Our Father, you are in heaven. I know it's heaven. Boom. When you saw me on my knees, I went begging, bro. I was praying for a blessing. Man, I could've put arms in palms that day, but I swear I lift my hands to the heavens. Man, I had me some deeper questions, and I learned me some deeper lessons. But bro was out here with a lethal weapon, still trying to send a man. I put food on scales. I wanna make it to the heavens, but I was out here trying to make some sales. And mommy told me only time would tell. I know I like me a little bust down, but I couldn't help man deal with this pain. I wanna make it to heaven, got down on my knees like hello would be thy name.
Told Shady I gotta get a verse in. Long time we've been trying to get a work in. Can't wait to go heaven, it's urgent. Bad vibes get kicked out like the serpent. No pain, no hurt, no crying. No fear of our families dying. No young G's pulling out iron or doubts concerning the end like the Mayans. I'm from a place where it's freezing cold, but the new end's coming like streets of gold. On dark days when faith gets low, I feel consoled knowing that he keeps control. Can't wait till I see my home. Cause that's when the real dream unfolds. When I see my whole team involved, so I had to come through with that remix.
Can't wait to go heaven. Yeah. I just want to open the world, say heaven. Yeah. I know my worst days, let's keep them on heaven.
Hey, Shady.
You are in heaven. I know it's heaven.
Yeah, heaven's all in the mindset. Blessed by the most high, live and direct. You gotta learn what wrong and right is. Yeah, I did wrong, but I kept it righteous. Never let the shaitan divide us. Read the signs and let the most high guide us. Raised in the hood where there's pressure. You know what they say, brother, pressure makes diamonds. You really got to believe. Most of my brothers never got their degrees. Raised in Tutty where they do it for the peace. Same place the skeptic was totally greased. But we kept our minds on greatness. Care about the longevity, not status. You move calm when you know what fate is. And when you know heaven, you don't know what hate is.
If you're breathing, you got destiny. God's plan, what'll be, will be. Second leg of a legacy. Earth can touch me heavenly. Tank full, heard a tank on E. Zanflow got a rock with me. They say pain is temporary, but where I'm going is eternity. Can't wait to go heaven. Yeah. say heaven. Yeah, yeah. I know my words say, so just keep my mind heaven. Alpha, he walks in heaven. I know it's heaven. Yeah, yeah.
Latest updates for Affinity Xtra new music playlist at www.affinityxtra.co.uk.
With the same G's, that's where you'll find me. Ay. Some of them are straight grease, some business minded. I ain't really judging though, cause my bros some riders. Ay. And I love them all the same though. Held me on my feet when I was way low. Ain't gonna speak about it, they know. Thank God I got G's who will protect me from all the enemies who hide in plain clothes. I don't want corn to fly on the main road. I don't want beef with no potatoes. Man can't tell me nothing about taking L's, but this year will soon replace those. I can never make fuss. It's only God that can elevate us. If one day all the man then bust, don't get it confused, the reason ain't us. We put the work in, late night lurking. Still pray, can't nothing ain't certain. Man call me A-Town cause I never lay down. I can't sleep if the birds ain't chirping. Up all hours of the night. I was trying to play it cool, now I'm on a hype. Lot of man probably thought that I'm from the past, cause I bring them old school powers on the mic. Grew up in a place where cowards wanna fight. I was on the sidelines, I was trying to write. Difficult to live right when you're in the dark, but I see through that now I'm in the light. It's calm, let them ring the alarm. It's calm, let them bring through the arms. It's calm, I don't understand how you are. It's calm, tell a man chill, let me spark this song. Trust me, I've been through dramas, but ain't no man taking me off this path. Oceans thrown in my way, will part. Moses flow when he raised his staff. Bros on the road said he raped this dog. Holes in my clothes, I ain't A-list dog. Still man serve an amazing God. Hope they know who I make this for. Bruised fruit, man, I got pain and scars. Through tunes, I'ma take strain off March. Got a phone call from Coleman's a few weeks back, said his body could be
Affinity
facing
Xtra.
charge. Still got
Be
heart. Nice
extra.
house, with a curry and a Mars. Show some respect, I've been studying my craft. I ain't being funny when I tell them pay the money in advance. Now me and my buddies going hard. See me on the road looking like a mad bummy, but I'm calm. Man can't tell me about graft. Edit in the sing bar till I'm on the 29th draft. I'm trying to be the head of my class, so I pray hard. Don't care about the men who might laugh, and they can't tell me about scars. Anytime I touch my I ain't scared of telling my past, though I never shy away from it. Every day I take a page from it. Feeling brave, come and say something. Last time I checked, the rule got respect, but I guess nowadays we don't rate nothing. Wanna know how we make this happen? It's no secret, braiding pattern. They wanna box like Hay and Hatton for big rings like Drake or sign, but it ain't like that since me and the man them linked up. All the fake ones scattered. Every day make bangers, say what matters. Big work rate, no slackers. Pattern up, pray. Pattern up, pray. Pattern up, pray. We pattern up, pray. Pattern up, pray. Pattern up, pray. We pattern up, pray. 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 And pray it works out someday. Hey.
Download our Affinity Xtra app for your smartphones and tablets. Visit your app store and search Affinity Xtra.
Yo, that was the sound of Melvillous. I always get that wrong. I'm like, is it Melvillous? Melvillicious? It's Melvillous, like marvelous, but Melvillous. I'm wondering if his real name's Melvin. If you're listening, let me know. Drop me a line. Let me know what your real name is. Is it Melvin? Is that why I call Melvillous? That was the sounds of Melvillous with Pray and Pattern. And we kicked off the show with Heaven, the drill remix. Melvillous also features on that as well with Still Shady. That was a banger, absolute banger. Again, congrats to Still Shady. But now we are in for the juicy part of the show, Dear Felicity. We're going to find out what our listener is going through. What problem is it and how can I help? Let's find out.
Dear Felicity.
Dear Felicity, I've always felt that I've been guided by God, but recently I've been finding it really hard to maintain my faith. The thing is, right now, if I'm honest, I feel like the ugly duckling, the last box left on the shelf, is more than a little bit lonely. All of my friends, sisters, cousins, they've all found their matches, but I'm 37 now and I still haven't found mine. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy for them. But when I hop on Insta and see another engagement, or I go on Facebook and see another person change their status to in a relationship, I can't help but feel a little bit upset because I don't understand why I don't have that yet. I'm good in all other areas of my life. Work is good, my social life is good, my health is good. But I've struggled to find someone to commit to me. I want the big white wedding and the kids, but I'm getting older now and it's starting to scare me. And I know that we're supposed to believe that God has got us and he won't see us go without our desires, and we're supposed to be patient and trust in his timing. But I can't help wondering, when will it be my time? I pray for this every day, so I don't understand why I don't have it yet. I try not to resent, but sometimes I hear people talk about how they treat their husbands or boyfriends, and I'm like, wow, I would never do that. I'd be a really good wife. So why do they get to have a husband, but I don't? I know the answer probably lies with God, so please can you help me find it? Because I'm losing faith and hope right now.
Boy! I don't know where to begin with that one. That was kind of deep. I wasn't expecting my first one to be that deep, but yeah, there was a lot of information in there. So I'm going to try and address it all as best as I can and give my advice as best as I can. I could sit here and talk about this for hours on end, but I'm going to try and just give a little summary of what I think you should do. Okay, so I've got my notes here, so I'm going to be, if I'm looking down, it's because I'm reading my notes. I'm getting old now, so I've got to go with me notes. So the first thing that I would advise, or the first thing that I would say is, this is something that's really common amongst men and women in their 30s, especially for women when you get past 35, because as you know, your biological clock is ticking. And I remember certainly when I was 30, my whole body felt like I needed to have children. Like my body was screaming for a child. So I can imagine how much more intense that gets after 35. So first thing you need to realize is that you're not alone. You're not the only one going through it, and that can give comfort in itself, because then it means that maybe your other half is definitely out there. Maybe definitely not, but you know what I mean. Because if you're not the only one and they're not the only one, you can come together and be one. What else have I got here? I've put lean on God, but also be proactive in your search. So you kind of mentioned it as well, that you know you're supposed to trust God, but at the same time, it's like, when is it my turn? And we are supposed to lean on God, but we have to be proactive in our search. You can't just sit back in your living room and expect your other half to drop down from the sky. It doesn't work like that. So get out there, get yourself out there. Another bit of advice I'd give, now don't scream at me, just hear me out. It's my show anyway, you have to. Dating apps, yeah? Dating apps. Now, a lot of people will say, no, I'm not going to go on a dating app. I'm not that desperate. And people on there, they just want one thing and this, that and the other. I've tried Tinder and Hitch and all these other different ones. And it's all been people that are not really serious and they just want like one night of fun and that's it. But what I would advise is Christian dating apps. Now, there are 2 or 3 that I know of. Again, hit me up on DM and I can send the link to you. There are 2 or 3 that I know of that are Christian dating apps. And I know of at least 3 couples that are married through meeting on an app. Now, you may say, oh, there's guys on there that aren't serious either. But, which is true, but you're more likely to find someone that is looking for someone who's in the faith and also serious and ready to get married. So give it a whirl. Christian dating apps. Try Christian dating apps. Another thing I would say is reassess who you spend the most time with. What I find with single women is they tend to stay with single women. So all their time, their free time, when they get home, their leisure time is all spent with this circle of girls, and they're almost like keeping each other single. And then they build up this kind of front. I'm okay, I don't need no man, I can do for myself. But at the end of the day, when you get home and you're putting your head on the pillow, that do for yourself is not really, it doesn't really come into it. You're lonely, you know? So I would say try and merge with married couples. Now, I'm not saying be a third wheel, but be around people that and this is in all aspects of life, that have something that you don't have yet, so you can aspire to be like them. So whatever anointing they have on them can rub off on you as well, and you can learn from them, and you can take notes for when it happens for you. So I would definitely say watch who you're spending all your time with. And when you do go out, don't stay in the corner, because you could go out all dressed up, you've melted your wig, you look hot, but then you're staying in a corner giggling and dancing with your girls around a handbag. How is a guy, and let's be honest, like guys in the UK, they're not really forthcoming when it comes to approaching women. So a guy who even may be interested will be put off by the bunch of cackling hyenas around you because he thinks you're cool. You probably got a man at home. Do you know what I mean? So don't stay in the corner when you go out. Walk around. And I'm saying go up to the bar, buy yourself a drink. Go to the toilet, buy yourself. Strut your stuff. And as you are doing it, you're looking for your potential mate. Try it. Another thing I've put is don't be scared to approach men. Now listen, I am not saying chase men. Yeah, do not chase men. It will never ever work. They do not like being chased. They are natural hunters. Yeah, remember that. But don't be scared to initiate a conversation, to show that you're intelligent, to stimulate him mentally. Yes, men are visual creatures. They like what they see, but the attraction's even deeper if they like what they hear. If they can flow and have a deep conversation with you, or a funny engaging conversation with you, it will stimulate their mind, as well as seeing you looking all beautiful, stimulating their loins. You put the two together and you're up there. So don't be scared to talk to guys in a nice, friendly way, not in a cougary, desperate kind of way, but in a nice, friendly way. Another thing is check his ring finger. And I don't even mean that just literally, like, make sure you're not wasting your time with somebody who is already in a situation with somebody, because that can only end one way. And even if you do get him in the end, he's not going to leave his partner for you. But even if he does, who's to say he won't do the same to you once you're together? It's risky, so don't go down that road either. It's a waste of time, and you don't have much time. You're 37 now, you know? Another thing I would definitely say is check your checklist. Every woman has a checklist. He must be this, he must be that, he must be this. Make it more realistic. Your tick box list or your checklist, however you want to put it. Make sure it's realistic. If you've put must have 8 figures, maybe change it to 6, or I don't know, scratch the whole thing and just put must have a job. You know, something realistic. Yeah, bring everything down a peg or two, because I'm telling you, someone who's making 8 figures, maybe they're only looking for someone who's making 8 figures as well, or someone that they can walk all over, who's docile, you know, and that's not you. So yeah, level it all up. Don't keep your expectations so high that they're completely unachievable. Check your checklist, scratch it, rip it up, rewrite it, make it realistic. As long as he's someone who is hardworking, determined, ambitious, willing, there's no limit to who he could become. Okay. Now Christian women are always like, oh, I want my Boaz, but you know, the guy you may meet, he might not be a deacon in church already. He might not be a pastor or assistant pastor yet. He may not bust out in tongues praying in tongues on the first date. Do you get what I'm saying? So keep your expectations low. As long as he believes that Jesus is the Son of God, who died for his sins, he has faith, he believes in God, you're onto a win. Do not totally dismiss him because he's not where you are spiritually, because we're all on a spiritual journey and we're all in different paths. Yeah? So make sure that you don't say, oh, I'm not going to go in on a date with him because he didn't go to church last week. I can't be with no one who's not holy. Scratch that. Another thing I'll say is definitely heal from the past. Make sure anything that you've been through in your previous relationships, from childhood, with parents and everything, make sure you do everything that you can to make sure that you heal from that through prayer, through therapy, or whatever else it is that you need. Get rid of jealousy and resentment. I heard you saying that when you see other people, you're like, oh, why is that not happening for me yet? And, you know, if you're scrolling on social media and you're seeing all these new statuses and stuff, change your notifications, or take breaks from social media, or change who you're following. You can unfollow people, there's no harm in that. And that will then change your mentality as well. And to a point that when you do see them, you start to say, I believe that shall also be my portion as well one day, which is a much better mentality to have. Speak life. If you're saying things like, oh, I'm always the bridesmaid, never the bride, or, ooh, must be nice, or, Lord, it's me again, I see what you're doing for others. All of those kind of talk is negative, and that's putting you in a place of stagnancy. Start speaking life. This is going to happen to me. I am going to get married. I am going to have children as well. It's never too late. Daily affirmations is something that I would also advise. I am the head and not the tail. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. The joy of the Lord is my strength. And that will keep you joyful. And I'm telling you, joy is very, very attractive. Make sure you pray every day. And you said that you've been praying about this for ages, but your prayer still hasn't been answered. So what I would say to that is, make sure that you're not harboring any unforgiveness in your heart. Because if there's any unforgiveness in your heart, it makes it difficult for then the Lord to bless you. Not that he won't bless you, but you are limiting the blessings that you can receive. Anyone that has done you any wrong, it could be an ex, could be a parent, could be a colleague, could be a manager, heal from that. And that goes again with healing from the past. Healing from the past is something that will propel you into a greater future. I'm not going to preach. I promised I wouldn't preach. So I'm going to keep it light. But make sure that anyone that you think of that makes you screw up your face or kiss your teeth, that person, you need to forgive them. And you'll realize that once you forgive them, it will release such a blessing onto you that you can move forward in other areas of your life, particularly as you're talking about here, your relationship life. Your love life, relationship life, you know what I mean. What else have I got here? Yes, make sure the source of your happiness is the Lord. And that goes again with daily affirmations. You're saying, keep repeating, the joy of the Lord is my strength, and other such affirmations. You're then making sure that your source of happiness is from somewhere bigger than just a new partner or children or a new job or a house or a car. Your source of your happiness has to be something that can't be taken away from you. And when the source of your happiness is God, no matter what circumstances come your way, your circumstances don't dictate your level of happiness, because it's not the source, if that makes sense. God is constant. He's never changing. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. So if God's the source of your happiness, you're on a win. What else have I got? Ooh, Philly, you getting deep. Okay. Yeah, and I've just ended it with, one of the most important things to put on is not designer clothes or 33-inch braids. It's your smile. Make sure you smile. When you go out, you smile. When you take pictures, you smile, because that is going to help to attract your future mate. And if you've got these things like bitterness and resentment and jealousy and things that you haven't healed from and unforgiveness, it's going to be difficult for you to be a smiley person. Again, when I was saying be friendly, be approachable, smiling and having that joy, when you realize that the joy of the Lord is your strength and that's your source, it will automatically draw your potential mate to you like a magnet. So I'm telling you, do what makes you happy. Do what puts a smile on your face every day. Focus on you and being the best version of you, and he will come along even when you stop looking. When you're not even thinking about it, he will come along, and you'll just look up to the sky and be like, thank you, God. Thank you. And when you do meet him and y'all get together, make sure you keep Jesus at the center of your relationship. That's very, very important. Pray together, be there for each other, keep God at the head, then it's the man, then it's the woman and the children. And that's something that sometimes it's one of the key secret ingredients to a beautiful marriage or relationship. keeping Christ at the center. And I've got just the song for you that you can play to your other half once you find him. And it's Center by Askar. And this one is the remix featuring Shireen. This was actually a gospel karaoke song of the week. I think, was it last year or the year before? Really beautiful song. Listen to the lyrics and keep this in mind, those of you that are in relationships already as well.
You know that I'm riding. Nah, I can't be with no one else but you. No one else but you. It's all about God's timing, yeah. He's the center and he is the glue. Without him, there's no you, yeah. So, been thinking, I'm gonna put you the renting, and we're gonna do big things, do big things. So, been thinking, I'm gonna cop you the renting, and we're gonna do big things, do big things. If we put Christ in the center, just like your mentor, he'll mend us, he'll mend us. If we put Christ in the center, just like your mentor, he'll mend us, he'll mend us. Center. I give you my devotion. With you I'll never move in slow motion. My center forever. He's a center and he is the glue. Without him there's no you. So been thinking, I'm gonna call you the renting, and we're gonna do big things, do big things. So been thinking, I'm gonna call you the renting, and we're gonna do big things, do big things. If we put Christ in the center, just like your mentor, he'll mend us, he'll mend us. If we put Christ in the center, just like your mentor, he'll mend us, he'll mend us. Center.
Yes, that was Center by Askar, the remix featuring Shireen, and that is going out to our lovely listener who wrote in to talk about her dilemma. I don't want to say problem, it's a dilemma, and I really hope that I helped you solve it, whatever your name is. You didn't put a name, and I hope I helped someone else as well. Even if you didn't have that problem, I hope there was at least one thing that you took away from my advice. Yeah, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. So write to me, DM me. Well, we don't write anymore, but DM me, send me a message, and I will help you as best I can. Now it's time for Gospel Karaoke TV's Song of the Week. Are you ready? We have a brand new song from a brand new artist. I hadn't heard of this artist until very, very recently, but I loved the song. It was very, very simple, and the song, and you probably want to know who the artist is. The song and the artist coming right up.
Now it's time for Gospel Song of the Week.
Any idea? Have you heard this song before? This is the sound of Uninvited. And now it was a bit funny for me to read this because it's spelled UNIVNTD, and the song is called Strawberry Worship. Now I'm not going to talk too much, I'm just going to let this play and then I'll come back with my review. Enjoy.
All these trials and tribulations got me tired of the rest. And I heard that I can come you when weary of my flesh. You awaken me from death, God I need you. No more walking by the flesh, that's when I leave you. God told me I'm someone, 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 know that I'm someone, no, I'm a child of God. I wanna go to Golly way, close to your love again. I give my heart again, Jesus. I wanna go to Golly way, close to your love again. I give my heart again, Jesus. I know you know me well. I feel invisible until you tell me you're right here. I cancel plans with you to meet with sin and break your heart. Sometimes I go to you for what you give, not who you are. I wonder if you'll leave for me. God, just tell me what you need from me. Is the Holy Spirit still in me? God, I'm asking you for clarity, even though you told me already. God told me I'm someone, 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 know that I'm someone, no, I'm a child of God.
Yes, that was the sound of Uninvited with Strawberry Worship. I absolutely love that song. And you know what? There are so many really good gospel hype songs out at the moment. But sometimes, you know, you just want something mellow, something easily digestible, you know, that nice, that calm, that R&B, that little, you know, little bop, little vibe. You can have it like driving in the evening on a Sunday, you know, while you're listening to Felicity. I mean, come on, what could be better? But no, I absolutely love this song, Uninvited, and I will be dropping him a message just to let him know that he has been voted Gospel Karaoke TV's Song of the Week with Affinity Xtra. But now, guys, this brings me to the end of my show. I know. Get the violins out. But never fear, I will be back next week and each and every Sunday at 7 p.m. Look out for Strawberry Worship Uninvited. Go and download it, stream it, support the cause, play it up, add it to your playlist. It is a lovely song and I'm feeling it, and I know you will too. Next week we've got a new song of the week. Again, artists, or if you know of any artists, please drop me a message and I will have a listen and see if it's gonna be song of the week. Again, with Dear Felicity, drop me a message, a DM. We've also got Affinity Chat, and that's if you go to affinityxtra.com, click on the chat tab. You can also input anything you would like to suggest that I do, or any problems that you have, you can put it on there as well, and I'll pick it up and I will endeavour to give you advice live on the show. But this is the end of my show. I'll be back. Thank you so much for riding with me for this half an hour or so, and yes, next week we'll be here for even longer. We may even have a guest on as well, which will be exciting, a little interview for you. Thank you so much. Be blessed. Be extra. Affinity Xtra. You know the coup. And make sure you have a listen to our other presenters as well throughout the week. Stay blessed. Peace.
Hi, and thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe, you like, and you comment, and make sure that you're sharing the videos and watching so much more. We have loads of content for you. I hope you enjoy. See you soon.